Okay. Yeah, keep the sticks rolling. Hey, bitch, I be hot, me and money got tied. She come in steps, but I'm never surprised. I don't know, trust him, they all go for size.
Big dog, big dog.
Gang.
Put it, put it here, my dog.
So, away.
Are you good? Are you good, G?
I'm feeling good, fit. I think I'm pretty well rested as well. Yeah, well. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
we both needed the break. Yeah, well. We took a break now in December for the festive season, and now I'm ready to get back into it, fit. I'm so excited for today's show, fit.
Second half of the season, baby. Big meat and
Second
big
off the
legendary are
season,
ready for
dog.
it, eh?
You know it,
But you know,
fit.
legendary. But dog, you know now we are in a period now where the rumors are come to a light. Fabrizio Romano becomes awake at this time. The January window,
Yeah.
you know, it's awake. But dog, what are your honest thoughts about like the January window? What do you feel about even like this window? What do you feel about it, my G?
Before I can go into that, fit, how are you, fit? You tell me, dog. Like, you say, I haven't
I
seen you,
told
like,
you,
when?
G.
I haven't seen you in ages, dog.
Since December, G. Yeah, nah, dog. Nah, I'm
Yeah.
easy, B. I'm easy. Of course,
Ne?
yes, Jam. Let's talk about the football things, but I want to hear you because
Away.
people think me and you we do chat football, but like it's other things as well, you know. Like this is where we really
Yeah.
talk football, you know. But yeah, G.
Away.
But like, what do you feel about the January window, my bro?
I mean, fair to for me, dog. I'm more on the fence on this one, fair to, because as a team, let's say Arsenal are lay on top, ne? Let's say City are second, and maybe City, KTP is still not back. Haaland is injured. Let's say Rodri is injured as well, and we're going to January with the first squad, and City are like, I'm not gonna want City to go into transfer window and go get more players so that they can come battle us for the title. I'd want him to be stuck there, fit. But also on the other end,
Yeah.
we're suffering from injuries. I'm gonna need my team to go into the transfer market and get some new players. So I think
But
I'm
G,
more
that
on 50-50, fit.
for me, bro, like with the January transfer window, it's like the stopgaps, you know. If for me they said this window you can only do loans, I'd be cool with it, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the Jan window now has come to be, you know, for I guess the
Mm.
smaller clubs, mid table clubs, you know, you try and get in. Even Man United, as of like, you know, recent seasons, we've been getting loan
Yeah.
deals, you know, you have Weghorst, Igalo and whatever. But honest thoughts, bro, this window is the most boring window I've seen. And you know what annoys me even more? You wake up in the morning and you find that a player is going to be linked to your club because you need a certain position. Like Arsenal, you're linked to Benzema, you're linked to
Yeah.
Ivan Toney, you're linked to this player, you're linked to that player. So it's easy to just add links, you know. But
I mean, fair
yeah,
to
dog, that's what
I mean, we've seen some blockbuster transfers fair to like in the past years that has happened in like in January. Yeah, well, we've seen Arshavin from the Arsenal perspective. We've seen Arshavin come in January. We've seen Obama Yang.
Obama Yang.
You've even seen Odegaard or Sapeyos or Capeyos from the So but I think
And
you have a
and
good
and
you have a good idea of it. I think this transfer window should be about loans only. If a team
but
needs a player, it has to only for
legendary.
loan.
Wait, legendary. Don't forget you also brought in Kim Karlstrom and Dennis Suarez as well in January.
But they said don't sleep on Kim Costner, dog. That guy he scored the winning penalty in the FA Cup semi final. So it say
Yeah.
he did something. He played a vital role in his and also he had a back injury when you bought him when you loaned him. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? The less said about
Even
Dennis
Dennis.
Suarez, the better, dog.
Yeah. But yeah, dog, like, because I remember if I look back, and I think if Man United do any business, it will be it will be a loan deal. Because, for example, if you sign a player now, right, you
Mm,
know that teams are looking already built and planning already for the big window, you know, where you can
yeah.
actually when the scouting is done completely, when the season ends, and then you can talk to the player. I guess from now until until then, then you buy the player. But now in this window, there's no time as well. And also, if you let's say you want to go buy a player at Everton, for example, and right, Everton are fighting relegation now. They're gonna charge you 80 million pounds for a 40
Yeah.
million pound player, and then
Oh, hey.
they must still go find a replacement. So for me, it's just let's say loans. Look at us. We signed Sabitzer, Venkhorst, who changed his life in January. You know, who
Yeah,
else did we
you
sign?
guys changed his life.
Igalo as well. We changed his life as well.
I'm sure Virkos couldn't believe what was going on. He
You
took him
know,
from Turkey all the way to United to Old
he
Trafford.
couldn't,
He was like, what the fuck is going on?
he couldn't. Yeah, like even now, I think if we do any business now, it will be a loan signing. But yeah, man, like okay, well, I've only seen Sancho really, but the other leagues are actually working, dog. Like I see Henderson's going to Ajax. I know Cruyff in heaven is probably shaking his head, legend.
The OG is rolling in its grave. How can Ajax want to buy Henderson, dog? Out of all the midfielders,
And
Henderson, Jordan Henderson. Fuck.
but that also is testament to what's happening at Ajax now, but it's a mess, ne, legend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
For
but
real, Fit. You have a point.
Big Dog, before me and you like we linked now on for the recording of the episode, I was watching, or I am still watching rather, big AFCON fixture Nigeria and Ivory Coast. I just checked the score now. It's coming to an end. It's 1-0 to Nigeria, so maybe it's gonna end like that. But yeah,
Yeah.
AFCON's here, bro. Obviously our hearts are broken. Percy Tau missed the penalty, G. I know you know a bit more of, or not even a bit, a lot more about South African football than me. So what do you make about like our team that's been picked by Hugo Bruce and the first game, Jayam?
Firstly, yeah, sure, I'm backing the boys in the AFCON. Secondly, I'm still Hugo Bruce out. I've never been a big fan of him, and I never will be. I think his football sucks. I think the way he chooses players sucks. Even now, the squad that we have now, Fit, and it's actually a pity, Fit, that we can't have Bilal Foster playing the FCON, Fit. That was a big blow for us because I feel like we're a nation that suffers from, I don't know, goal scoring, dog. Like we
Yeah,
can't seem to find the perfect striker for us. The last striker we had was probably, let's say, I want to say Bernard Parker, Kanye, Kanye Compela, if I'm not mistaken, the last like goal scorer, but now we don't have. And without force, it's probably the closest one to them, Fit. And he's playing in Burnley in the Premier League, yeah, well, and he's having a good season actually. Besides, the last 2 months he was out because of mental issues. But I also get him. I also get why he wouldn't want to come to the African Cup of Nations and be a player in that squad because the way we treat our players, look how we treat him. Push it down, okay, well. So, but I feel like we played very well in the first half, dog. Like the way we
we
moved the
did, bro.
ball,
Like
the way we used the
chances were
wings,
created.
we were creating chances, and that's all we can do, dog. Like I said, as long as we create those chances, we make our strikers make those runs. The goals will come. Fit. Second half was a bit embarrassing. I don't know what happened. Maybe the sports minister going to the changing rooms kind of had an effect on that, which I would never get. Like I don't know what the guy was doing in the changing rooms with. Why would you have a home minister? The first game, it's not even like a sudden death game where if you know if you lose you're out, where you need like some type of motivation. No, it's only the first game, Fit. What is a minister doing in the changing rooms, giving out tactical advice and all of that? Which is a Fit. They said that about that the better, Fit. That just shows the state of South African football.
You say, yeah. So yeah, I say you say so because even Eto was dissing us like a week before our first game, saying he doesn't understand like how we're struggling so much in the, I guess in the AFCON tournament or even to qualify for the World Cup when we have such a great league in terms of infrastructure and stuff like that. But those who know legendary, we know what the problem is when we're not like of South African football. We can speak about
Yeah.
it for like, even if you don't watch, like I'm not an avid fan of like PSL football and like the Bafana because like I just get so laid down, man, like just morally
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
already know what the issues are of it. It's like Man United times 10 that at with our national team, G, with our national team. But what's AFCON was like like everyone knows that AFCON is the hardest tournament to win. Like
It
leave
is fit.
Champions League, leave the Europa League, the rounds of Europa League, because Europa League's hard as well when it comes to
Yeah, yeah.
leave Champions League, leave the Championship because Championship also is the trenches, but AFCON,
That's a proper
you're playing
trenches
games,
fit.
you
Dog,
you're playing games.
you deal with so many issues with AFCON fit. Fuck. Like witchcraft, referees getting bribed, play acting, and everything fit. Like the fans, the way you have to like if let's say for example the now the AFCON is hosted in Ivory Coast, and obviously Ivory Coast will be wary of the main rivals when it comes to the team that will win the whole tournament. Obviously, Morocco will be there, Algeria will be there. Let's say
Senegal,
Senegal,
last
obviously.
champions, Egypt.
So what normally would happen is you get many problems happening in, let's say, Senegal's hotel, where you,
Hotel, yeah. I
where
remember,
you
sorry,
have
legend. I remember, sorry, legend. I remember Gabon, bro. Gabon, they couldn't sleep. I think in their hotel or their flights. Like
fair to
Aubameyang was sleeping at the airport, bro.
they were all sleeping at the airport. Fair to those guys got fish from the airport. I think the next day after they landed. Fair to yeah, but so look now. Even the small teams, they don't care about your favorite players, though. They don't care about Salah being the
Really.
best player in Premier League. They don't care about Osimhen. They don't care about that fit. They'll just beat you and go home and go eat their fufu fit.
Yeah, bro, because there's been already like a couple of upsets already, in this AFCON. And in AFCON, Fedu, like for example, Nigeria, they're so notorious, Fedu, for they're like, I don't know, they're like the Brazil. I get like, okay, Brazil has won, and I guess Nigeria also in the past has won a couple of AFCONs, but like they stacked team, okay.
Yeah.
But like come AFCON, they out in the group stages or even round of 16 if it's crazy, bro.
I really don't know what it is about the AFCON fit. Like I don't know, like it's always like the top teams they'll struggle fit. Like now, like who lost was it Ghana? Ghana lost. Okay, Ghana are shit, but it's still a big name in Africa fit.
African football.
They're actually losing
Hmm.
against small teams. They don't even care about playing soccer fit. Yeah, well,
Bro,
so that shows how hard it really is to win AFCON. Firstly, to qualify for the whole tournament. Secondly, to make it out the group stages, and thirdly, to win the tournament. Actually, yeah, go.
I won't lie, legend. I won't lie. I was like, for the mere fact that we qualify. I know, like South Africa, we think of ourselves as like and we are a football nation, but like compared to Nigeria, when you get there,
Yeah.
or in Senegal, we're not. For us to even qualify for a tournament, I was just happy about
Mm.
that, yeah, bro. And I'm just watching for the Gears or whatever. But otherwise, I'm not expecting much. I'm sorry to say,
I,
guys.
for me, it has to be the hardest tournament to win, dog. Like, you know, fair to you get to Germany's beating Luxembourg 8-0 and all of that. You come to Africa for in Egypt is struggling, Ghana is
Mm.
struggling, Cameroon is struggling, yeah, bro. So for me, it is the hardest tournament to win.
I, if you ask me who's gonna win, I think we both know. We'll say we don't know because there are
I
no
don't know,
favorites in
dude.
this one.
I
Yeah,
can't
there
even, I
are
can't
no
even say
favorites.
Senegal, dog.
Yeah, I think maybe Algeria. I think because they're hungry, Algeria and Algeria this year and Senegal. I think they'll be my top two picks.
Probably don't make the final.
Yeah, but tell me, Leisure. I know Fabrizio broke some news this weekend. Well, no, not this weekend, but this week. Um, my manager that I like a lot, Mr. Mourinho, sacked again. From I don't
I'm
know what
ready.
club. It might be. I think it's his seventh club now, sixth club. You know. And like people mustn't make excuses for Mourinho, bro, because this is like the classic Mourinho. He was fighting with the players. Pellegrini, his captain, wasn't starting. Roma failed to. They have got the third largest wage bill. I don't want to hear this thing that Roma are not back.
It's not
They just signed
supported.
Lukaku. They just signed Lukaku. They have Diabalo who came in. Ndika who was sought after from many clubs. They went there for Mourinho.
Yeah.
Paredes is there. They've got a, st- a team that's good enough to qualify for top four, and that was the aim
Yeah.
for Roma. But now they didn't achieve anything. So if he's sacked, he's sacked. But I know you as a Guna who's had years of beef with Mourinho, even when he moved to Spurs. You're celebrating. What's happening, G?
Fit, like I've been saying, Fit, where is the schools now to see to hear what we'll say about Mourinho? Fit,
I
how
remember that
long?
guy.
And it's always Chelsea
Sorry, I
fans,
remember
though.
that. Yeah,
It's always Chelsea fans, but like even now, you get a few. You can I see a couple of Chelsea fans in the timeline wanting Mourinho to go back to the bridge. Like fair to you guys, they saw how much he ruined the club. Fair to they need to accept that Mourinho is washed. Fair to the guy is finished at top level football club at football level. Yeah, boy, he's finished. He's gone. There's nothing else there that's there for him. Where is he gonna go now? Maybe Newcastle. Maybe Newcastle might be dumb enough to bring Mourinho just because it's a big name and to see what he can do with the
name.
whole
Yeah.
project. Chelsea want him back. They'll be dumb enough to take him back, but
Sorry,
Mourinho is
sorry,
washed.
sorry, legendary. Sorry, legendary. I think if Newcastle were ever what they're doing now, if they were like, and I love Mourinho, if they were to hire Mourinho, yeah, cool, they might get a Carabao Cup first time in 50 years. They might qualify for you. I'm not saying Champions League, Europa League, but they will be going backwards in their project. I won't lie, if it they will be going backwards in the project because Mourinho's going to buy players who are over 20, let's say 28, and only
Yeah.
they're only signing for Mourinho. Next manager comes in, he's going to be stuck with them, and he's going to give you, let's say, a good season plus one maybe, if you're lucky, and then he's going to argue. Mourinho's story is clear. If it First season is good, no problems, He might make your expectations. Second season, he's fighting with the director of football. He's fighting with the president. He's fighting with the players. So, like, if you want, if
Classic Mourinho.
like, if you a team that's gonna sign Mourinho, right? Just understand that it's your club is basically saying to Mourinho, we need you more than you need us. Like a Napoli, for
Yeah.
example, like like
Yeah.
like Roma did now. So Mourinho fair to Newcastle, like they will be going. It will be a good story, but they'll be going backwards.
And
That's
fair
why
to
I
like
say, yeah,
And fact, like this is like Mourinho's record at Roma. Fit the guy had he coached in 138 games. He won 68 games. He drew 30 games. He lost 40 games. So his win percentage at Roma was like 49%. Fit
40,
and
yeah,
obviously
46, I
Europa
think,
League
yeah.
final. He lost in the final Europa League, but he won the Conference League final level. So I guess for Roma's level, that's it's decent if I can put it that way, fit. But can still get like if you want to go further than that, Mourinho's not your guy, fit.
And honestly, dog, if you're looking at it, like, let's say from an owner's perspective, like, you look at the ninth now, Fiorentina's ahead of them. I like Serie A, so Atalanta's ahead of them. Their rivals, Lazio, are ahead of them. And their wage budget, dog, is completely not even on the same level as Roma. Roma's is
Yeah,
like the third highest. Over Milan's, bro. Over AC Milan's, bro.
yeah.
So,
I
and,
mean,
and then, and also, yeah.
yeah, no talk, go.
No, I'm saying, and also like like clubs like Inter Milan, clubs like Juventus as well. Like as of late, they don't go buy 50 million pound players. They also operate in the same way Roma does via free agencies and loan deals. So it's the
Yeah,
same. It's the same playing field. So Mourinho has just done badly at Roma this season, bro, and he had to go.
it's been
Really had to
bad,
go,
fit.
bro.
Like that's his level now. People saying, Mourinho, Pep, he needs to go to a
Nah,
lower club and see what he can do with that. But fair to the reason why Mourinho is at those clubs is because he's not winning anymore. He's washed. He's washed up. And the reason why Pep keeps on getting these jobs, these high jobs, is because he's a winner. He's winning now, fair to. Yeah, but it's all there to see. The way he plays football, the way he wins, the way he treats players, it's all there to see, bruh. Mourinho is washed. People should just accept. The only way up for Mourinho now is to maybe manage Portugal, where he's playing
yeah.
like two games every 2 months or 3 months, yeah, bro. And I think it actually do well maybe in tournament football for international football level. It might win maybe your Nations League, um, Euros, or even World Cup, yeah, bro. But
I
in
think
league
also,
football,
bro. Also, I think the Saudi League needs another quote unquote big name with like we don't watch Saudi League because it's not accessible to us via TV or whatever or the streaming. So Me and Mourinho can make like a truck full of money every day if he goes to Saudi,
Yeah,
fit. You know what I'm trying to see?
I
So
think
like, it is what it is with
he should just
Mourinho,
go to
bro. It is
Saudi,
what it
Fed.
is.
He should
But
just go
Ledge,
there.
bro, like yeah,
I'm just saying he should just go to
yeah.
Saudi. Huh?
I think it's sad to say this, but the game, yeah, it's sad to say this, but the game won't miss him, bro. The game won't miss him.
Nah, definitely I won't miss him. Fuck, good riddance.
But check legend, bro. Did you see also? I think yeah, this was last week's news, but we're speaking about it because we haven't chatted in a bit. Nottingham Forest, Everton again, fair to they're facing potential point. They're facing yeah, Everton facing another point deduction.
Point
You know, I think
deduction.
it probably will happen. You know, with this with because with the FFP, but like like as much as we like you can because we're not gonna go read now statements on the internet of what did not Nottingham Forest do, but you kind of get
Yeah.
what why they there. It's because of their wage bill and like their signings over time. I mean, they
Mm.
did this to themselves. Like last season, Nottingham Forest bought like 50 players, like Chipper United, you know. So
Dog.
it was
Dog.
it was crazy. It
Yes.
was crazy to see. But what I did notice, like with Everton, with the links, because I know you guys have been linked to Onana, we've been linked with Brandthwaite. It's going to be sad because they, like at the end of the season, they're going to have to let go of their better players, you know, to balance their wage book and things like that, you know, and then have to make those Sean Dice type signings again, smart signings on low wages, low transfer fees. But why is it only Nottingham Forest and Everton when you know City also Wednesday they coming legendary.
Fair to I really don't know if it seems unfair, fair because all those smaller teams are getting punished. Even in the championship, it's happening. League One, League Two, all the way down in the leagues in the trenches of England, English football level. I guess Nottingham Forest and Everton don't bring as much money to the Premier League as Man City, or maybe because they are smaller than Man City now, like in terms of success and just the brand itself. Well, Man City has a whole 115 charges. 115 charges, everyone knows that. But they keep on saying, okay, this is the year where Man City will go to court and face the charges to their crimes. They even said now, I think yesterday or the day before, that they have a date set for court for Man City to face the charges. Yeah, well, every year they say the same thing, dog. Every
Every
year they say
year,
the
yeah,
same
it's been
thing.
like 5 years
But
now.
yeah, the past 5 years. Look at Everton. Everton messed up. They got deducted like 10 points. But shout out to Sean Dyche. Like, he proved himself to be like a relegation god, yeah, bro. But now they're going to deduct more points again to Everton. That's unfair, Fed. That's really unfair. I cannot say for us. You know,
Yeah.
everyone knows what they did.
Also, legendary. Why? Also, I guess then why is it that punishment is different? Because let's use Chelsea for example, who were like in the past. Um, found guilty of things like this. They had a transfer embargo, you know, they couldn't sign players, but it was never a point deduction. So I'm just wondering now, you know, I'm not saying
Dog.
Chelsea must go back, you know, and get punished,
Yeah.
but why is punishment different for other teams? Because honestly speaking, if City were to get trialed for and convicted, City would probably be in League One basically now, you know. They wouldn't even be in the championship. They'd be in League
Dog.
One. Yeah.
And actually, Man City are quite lucky that they didn't have to build their own stadium because they were given
Mm.
that stadium before Etihad. It was called Main Road.
Olympics, yeah.
Yeah,
Olympics.
they got given the stadium, so they lucky they don't have to pay off a stadium. Otherwise, they would have been in deep shit. They would have been in the trenches, dog. But I don't know, like I don't know how they decide to punish teams. Those guys, like, why are Everton deducted points and Chelsea just get a transfer ban? Yeah, but what's the difference from what they're doing? Yeah, but because since Chelsea more or less commit the same crime as Everton, but they punish differently. Yeah, well, just because now they're big dog in the Premier League and Man City are big dog as well. Man City will probably get a transfer ban as well if ever they get
Yeah.
found guilty. Yeah, well, while the Evertons and the Nottingham Forest are getting deducted points. Like
and
I'm
on,
not gonna sit here and act like I know this in detail. I don't. I'm just seeing on the surface what's happening. Yeah, well,
And also, bro, if Man City get a, let's say they get a transfer ban, I think it's something that they plan for already in terms of the youth structure,
definitely,
in terms of the players that are
definitely.
on loan to the other teams in the, because they've got a City group as well, so they'll be
Yeah,
fine. You know what I'm saying? They'll be
yeah.
fine. They'll be fine. Speaking on Man City legendary, I see that potentially the greatest midfielder to ever play in the Premier League is back. He's fit again from the ACL. Is Scary Hours legendary for the title race?
I mean, KDP is KDP, though. He'll perform anyway if it, yeah, well, it's just up to the teams that are really challenging to do their own business, yeah, well, handle their own business, yeah, well. We should be winning games. Liverpool should be winning games. They shouldn't be depending on KDP being injured, and or Rodri being injured. Yeah, well, you have to win points at the end of the day. You still have to do your own job, no matter what happens at City. Yeah, well, but KDB coming back obviously is a big boost to the whole club, even to the fans as well. Yeah, well, Etihad will be rocking or
Do you know
rocking
what's a,
ish.
do you know who's a is a big boost to as well? Erling Haaland, bro, because he probably couldn't believe his
Yeah,
service. He was he was grading
the
compared
only
to
player in the
last
team
season.
that can play those balls for Haaland is KDB because Haaland always make it run behind the defense, but no one finds him. Rodri doesn't
And
do it.
and
Foden doesn't do it.
and he, and okay, even though Haaland was missing in the last game, KDB did that ball. You see that ball he put to Oscar Bob. I was like
Yes,
this,
it's fit.
Posey. And he put
Dog,
it.
like
I think, I don't know, because I didn't see the when he came on. I had like problems with the TV, but I think came on for like maybe 30 minutes. I don't know. You guys will tell me. And he went 10 out of 10 performance. So 10 out of 10
Super
performance.
Saiyan.
It's crazy, ne?
Super Saiyan. He
It's
comes back
crazy.
with gold hair and everything. Fit. The guy comes back and assist and a goal. Fit. And a goal.
Yo,
He's good. Fit. I would like KDB is fucking good. Fit. But this chat of him being the greatest midfielder in the Premier League history, fuck that shit, bro. Far from
you're
it.
saying far? What do you mean far?
Far of it. Me, not fair to I watch football with my own eyes, dog. I've seen players come and go in Premier League. Don't tell me KDB is the best midfielder of all
But
time in
no,
Premier League. Just
I'm not even arguing because my opinion is more for me. It's more, and because I've seen it with my eyes as well, and it wasn't because of goals. Because I don't know if as of late, but this infatuation of watching
yeah,
a midfielder with just and saying,
dog.
okay, bring up his goals and assists just for a midfielder. That means Cesc Fabregas, bro, is nothing in this game. You know what I'm trying to say?
Definitely.
That
Yeah,
means
Imono.
Pirlo is nothing in the game. Like we're
And
talking about magicians. I'm
and
not even
fact,
mentioning
if
Mao and Paul Scholes. They're nothing. They just bang average players.
and if you're going with
They,
that, then definitely Lampard's the greatest midfielder of all time. If you're going by
that's what
stats,
I'm.
because he has like
That's what I'm.
170 something goals in the Premier League as a midfielder.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Cause like, yo, bro, it's like it's sad, man. Cause like I just sometimes you just hear people like dog like when did you start like I'm not like a Premier League king or whatever, but I'm like when did you start watching the Premier League, bro, to be saying these things, bro, or
Fit,
football? But to be came up like midfielders like Deco, I'm like KD, not like Deco, Xavi, Iniesta, who else?
fit.
Zidane, like So don't
Oh,
this goals and
Zidane,
assists,
dog.
this goals and says Fabri, bro. We saw Cesc Fabregas at 19 changing games. You know what I'm trying to say?
Dog,
19
fit.
changing games. So
That's why I'm like, fit. I've seen it with my own eyes, dog. What says Fabregas did in the Premier League. He
because
came through
dog,
just after the
honestly,
Invincibles.
legendary. Because if you put, let's say, for example, Bruno Fernandes's numbers, ne? I'm just putting
Mm,
my captain Bruno, and you put
yeah,
Cesc Fabregas, like you just put it on paper, you would honestly think that Bruno Fernandes is a better midfielder than Cesc Fabregas.
yeah.
If you just put numbers, you'd honestly just think that. So it's crazy, bro. Like like this that whole numbers and what they
I mean,
like
fair too.
maybe like for striker for show, like but like come on, it's not for a
I mean, fair
midfielder
too.
now.
I can't deny the fact that the guy has made a big impact in City's history. Fair too. That like the guy is KDB has been fucking great for Man City. Fair too. For me, in my eyes, is a Man City legend. Fair too. Whoever disagrees with that, they can call jump off a pavement. That guy is a City legend. His impact in the City team is huge, Fate. It's huge. Even though, yeah, it
but
was
but
missing like
legend.
for 2 3 months.
Okay, okay, legendary. 2 3 months goes missing. Okay, yeah, I think in that. Yeah, no, actually, maybe
No
I'm
injury
okay.
wise,
Nah.
injury wise.
Oh, injury wise, okay, yeah, no. But he does have a claim, Fit. I'm not gonna lie, but he does have a claim. I was just more frustrated with the numbers thing and being the front push for
Yeah.
for him being the greatest. But he's got the titles, like Premier League titles. He's got
Mm.
each the he's got like the historic moments. We can't deny that. He's
Yeah.
got the leadership.
Mm.
So he's got everything. But if you don't see him as the greatest, I guess that's okay because you've seen Lampard, you've seen Gerrard, you've seen Scholes. If you agree, if you've seen
I've
Scholes.
seen
So
Fabregas, though. I've seen Vieira.
so so yeah, dog. So, but it's actually crazy
I,
because
I,
I
I've,
was actually
I've,
looking.
I've seen,
Yeah,
I've seen, I've seen Ozil.
you've seen the goatso.
Oh, dog.
You've seen who else? You've seen El Neni, the Egyptian Pirlo, legendary.
It just fair to, like, dog. Like I've
The
seen so
Egypt,
many great
the
midfielders
Egypt,
in
sorry,
Premier
the
League.
Egypt, sorry to go, to go off like off the train, but the Egyptian PLO is starting is a leader for Egypt, as I am.
Hey, dog. That's what I'm telling you, Phil. That's what I'm telling. That guy, he ain't a Phil. He's a general, Phil. The Egyptian fellow, Phil. He doesn't do anything special. Just keeps the game ticking, Phil. Just moving the brick, Phil. Yeah, well.
Big,
But
big
shout out to
dog.
KTB, Phil.
Shout out to KDB, but and yeah, big dog. I just want to make the watchers of the back three, and the people just like tuning in for the first time laugh a bit. So at the start of the season, like myself, you, and Schools, like we made a top six prediction, right? Because like we believe now it's not even a top four anymore; it's top six. But I'm just gonna
Yeah.
recap now. Like Schools and I had City as number one, right? You had Arsenal. Number two was United for me. Two was City for you. Two for Schools was Chelsea. Third ne, was Arsenal for Schools. You put Liverpool there, and I put Arsenal there, right? Fourth, Schools put Arsenal. You put Liverpool. I put Liverpool. Yeah. No, no, no. You put sorry for number three. You put Liverpool and
Mm.
United, right? I put Liverpool there. Five. I put Newcastle. You put Chelsea. Schools put Liverpool. Then six. Schools put United. You put Newcastle. I put Chelsea, but just look off these names and it's like just top three. I'd say right now, you have the most accurate one. It's obviously it's different in league positions. We all didn't put Aston Villa or Tottenham there. So it's
Yeah.
it's like it's like okay, wow. It is what it is. Maybe we'll make a new list second half of the season, top six. We'll see. But
Um,
what are you making of what are you making of this top six, Maji? I mean, you know what? Let me just start by saying, dog, I don't see Man United making the top four or even top five this season.
damn, not
Just
even top
based
five.
off,
Not even top
yeah,
five, dog.
yeah, that's spot most. We don't we it's probability highly likely we might get a fifth spot for Champions League. I think we're vying with the Serie A for that spot. I'm not, yeah, I think it's the Serie A. But I don't see Man United making top five this season. I'll be pleased. I will be surprised if we do, and I would love it. But the style of football that we're playing right now, we haven't found our identity still. Last season, we were, I think, in and around, let's say, like, yeah, we were fourth, playing with third with Newcastle, even around this time.
Yeah.
Stand to be corrected. And even then, we were winning games, not necessarily with the style of football, but I would say we were, yeah, last season we were playing more counter attack in certain games, being dominating. And now this season I don't even see that. So I don't even know what Eric Ten Hag is trying to do, bro. I'm like every like I remember you said last season. I think our biggest problem, ne, that Liverpool had last season is that we don't have a settled midfield or a settled team as well,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because you said last season, other than other than the goalkeeper, Liverpool don't know their first 11. That's what you said last
Yeah,
season. Now they know it. At Man United, we don't know our
you
best
guys
team. You
don't.
know, like they'll tell you, oh yeah, put Rashford here. But what about the midfield? We don't know our best team. So I'm actually just scared, because I am, because I'm very fond of Ten Hag. The Dutch managers. Shout out to the old ones and the new ones. But I do think he will like, when the season ends. Now we're gonna see an official announcement. We've relieved Ten Hag of his duties, because this is not sustainable, Bozayam. And the new guys have come in. Ionos. They're gonna want their own manager, right? But also, it's not because they're gonna want their own manager, but it's gonna be because Ten Hag didn't deliver fit, and he's not delivering right now. We haven't beaten. Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna count Villa, because Villa didn't finish in the top six last season. We haven't been in the top, and Chelsea, they didn't finish in the top six last season. We haven't been in a top six team this season. Spurs, we played last week. I've got 4 points, 4 points from us, Jayam. 4 points. But that's enough about United for me. I don't think we're
But
gonna
Ima,
make top
fair
six.
to
Yeah.
before we finish off with United, ne, why do I get a feeling that the whole fan base is like tired of Rashford? What's going on like with the relationship between United fans and Rashford, bro? Especially like online,
What,
because I don't know how it is like
yeah,
at the
well,
stadium
I
and
think
stuff.
I think I think Umchita is getting unnecessarily hate. Like, the hate is real with Rashford, right? Like, it's not even frustration. It's like hate. I think they're looking for a scapegoat. Pogba's not there anymore, So just put it on Rashford,
Yeah, I mean,
So Sancho's not there anymore. Just put it on Rashford. Um, but he's not helping himself, because if you watch the Spurs game, fair to, there were
yeah,
so many chances where the guy could square the ball to Rasmus Højlund. He wants to beat the man twice. He wants to beat the man twice before he crosses, and then he only crosses the ball when he's in trouble. So it's things
yeah.
like that
Hero
makes
pool,
me
yeah.
frustrated. Yeah, it makes me frustrated. But you know how Twitter is. They'll be calling him names on Twitter. So it's that, Bozayam. It's that. What? And also like, online, Bozayam. Let me ask about your team, because online there's like this big crisis. I add to it with my trolling as well for Arsenal.
Yeah,
But I look at the table. I'm like, okay, cool. I don't know whether you guys are gonna win the title, but you're still there though, and you're just in January, bruh. City were like second in January. Liverpool were God knows where last season. United were God knows
dog.
where last season. The title race is not over in January. Like, okay, you guys not first where you were hoping, where you saw yourself last season, and comfortably so. But it's not the end of the world. Well, and also fair to, sometimes it's okay to not be at first, to be the chasing pack, but then because you're adding
Yeah,
pressure to the Liverpool's first right now. So I don't know why, or maybe you'll tell me why, in your fan base, why is there such a,
good.
now suddenly Declan Rice is not the holding midfielder of Partey's level.
Good,
You know why you signed Declan Rice. Wait, sorry, Legend.
dog.
You knew already that Declan Rice can't spread the ball like Partey. You knew that already.
Yeah,
So, so like, it's just hilarious for me just to see, like, Arsenal now saying, "Oh no, Saka, he can't lead us." I mean, guys, it's just a dip in form. Relax.
dog. I don't get it now. I'm fit. Like that's why I'm like every single time on Twitter, fit, I'm like, yes, as fuck. I hate our fan base, fit. Like we're so reactionary, fit. Like whatever loss comes our way, fit. They make it such a big thing on Twitter. We've only how many games we've lost now? I think we've lost 4 games now. 2 of those games we've lost, or 3 of those games we've lost. Okay, let's say I'm gonna say referees. Also, we didn't help ourselves by not finishing those chances. Let's just say those losses could have been draws. Let me say, against West Ham we were horrible. That no, we meant to lose the game. But okay, it's just 40 feet. Yeah, sure, but only 5 points off the top. Party must
In
still come
January,
back.
eh?
It's in January. Party must still come back. Um, 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 Timber is coming back in Feb, and we need to just finish our chances. That's all. What's happening now is just we're creating as many chances as possible, but we're not finishing those chances. We are not finishing those chances. I don't know why they make it such a big thing. We bought, who's this, Declan Rice, to show up our defense, to be the general in the midfield, to protect the back four. Because Port, you can't rely on Port anymore. That guy he spends most of his time in hospital.
Yeah.
Jorginho as well. Can't really depend on Jorginho right through the whole season. Yes, he's a good player to have in our team for the experience and the calm he brings to our midfield. But we need that type of player like who Declan Rice.
Patrick Vieira
Declan
type
Rice is
too.
not even bad with the ball. He's not bad with the ball. He knows how to break the lines. He knows how to get the game ticking. The only thing I can only criticize him about is like not playing the over the top ball. It's just like with City and Haaland, when he tries to make a run behind the defense, no one finds him besides Unasiga, who's
Kovacic.
just KTP.
Yeah, De Bruyne,
And for
KDB.
us, Martinelli will always make the run, especially Havertz. Havertz knows how to make it run. Havertz makes it run all the time, but Unasiga taking the right will have the ball and not play the ball and just keep it more safer. Which is, I mean, it's not bad, but sometimes just play that ball fair too. Otherwise, I don't know why our fan base is going all rockers fair too. Like, relax, dog. Like you say, if our players finish those chances, those games, those defeats turn into wins easily, easily fair too.
Yeah,
And we have
The
one of the
Liverpool,
best defense as
game in FA
well.
Cup.
Yeah,
The Liverpool game in the FA Cup. Yeah, oh, you lost that
yeah.
game, but like it should have been
We
over in
should
the
have
first half. It should have been
should
five
have won it
nil
first
or
off
three
5
nil.
0
Yeah,
dog. Yeah, Bolo. So
but
they should just relax, to trust in Arteta. Don't criticize our players and then still want to expect them to perform week in, week out. But you're the first ones who are tagging them on Twitter and criticizing them, telling them they should go back to wherever they belong. Everyone's away, like,
Sa-
come on, man.
Saka Saka cut his hair, dog.
Saka died is there, like, even now he's gone back to black hair, he's gone back to God's child now.
Yeah,
So
it's the It's the
hopefully,
Rashford.
but you know what's frustrating, Faith, really? The only thing that's frustrating me now with Arsenal, besides the whole goal scoring thing that's happening, is how much or lack of help that Martinelli gets on the left hand side field. You're the guy, he gets no help on the left hand side. He's alone, Faith Mjita. No one goes around him, overlaps, no one underlaps, no one even shows up for the ball so that he can come inside. Faith. He spends most of his time on the touchline. Osaka at
Yeah,
least
he's
has
walking the
Odegaard.
touchline.
Saka at least has Odegaard and Ben White overlapping, or playing or underlapping, supporting him so that he can also come inside. Martinelli is best on the inside, not out on the touchline. He's out here playing like Grealish, you know. They have him playing like Grealish on the touchline, whereas Martinelli is a sharpshooter. He's a goal scorer. Martinelli should be more on the inside. So I really hope Fetu like we get a proper midfielder, like a proper midfielder. Like what Shaka was doing for him last season, that was fucking great fit. But now we need to improve on that and get him help on the left hand side.
I think also like Shaka was there for years, bro, and like combinations take time. It takes us 2 seasons,
Yeah,
right? Even more than that. So Havertz with the left side of left side of central or the number 8 or 10, if you want to call
yeah,
him that, they will eventually click, because Havertz. I think Arsenal is the compare his time to Chelsea. I think you guys will probably get the best out of him because it's a more of an attacking club. So
yeah.
naturally, he'll make the late runs
I,
into the box as well.
I'm
So
not
I
worried
think
about Havertz, to be honest with you.
that
I'm not
combination
worried about Havertz.
will eventually. Yo, legendary, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you talk. I just lost connection.
Sorry, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, that was just a connection there. I was saying, big dog, with Liverpool, right? Let's speak
Mm,
about them for a little bit. Um, we said at the start of the season, both you and I said that this season is not a make or break season for Jurgen Klopp. But if he were not to make, because we thought we were looking at the team and we're like if they don't make top four, questions might have to be asked of him, because then he might be turning into the late Wenger type, of a manager. But
mm.
he's those expectations surpassed them, right? And but like, are we saying yes that Liverpool are in the title race now? Like, yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
I definitely fit it. They are in the title race fit. They are
Hmm.
because they're scoring goals. I mean, even like Trent Alexander-Arnold fit. That guy he's a fucking good player fit. Whether he can defend or not is another topic for another
Yo,
day. But
Another
fair to
day,
like
really.
the difference that he makes in the team, fair to in that when he inverts, when he plays inside as a midfielder, yo, fair to, he makes big difference because the way he moves those balls, he just plays those balls behind the lines, fair to it. The way he finds Salah on the far right hand side. For example, the goal that Salah scored against us in the league, um, train to receive the ball inside, turn, play the long ball, quarterback vibes, long ball to Salah, and then he scored. Fit. I mean, Fit, if he's out in of the team, you can see the difference. Fit, you can see the difference. But Liverpool are definitely in the title race. Naganjani, Fit, Naganjani. All they have
And
to do now is just
and
keep it tight at the back, make sure the midfield is working hard now as well. Curtis Jones, he's come up, he's put his hand up for starting
mhm.
starting spot in the lineup. So fair to definitely they're all fit.
Even yeah, even the sign that they were laughing at Endo, he looks already like in terms he looks better than
Yeah,
he looks better than the holding midfielders that we bought, Amrabat, even Caicedo might I add as well. Like in terms of
yeah,
just what you're seeing from him. So like yeah, no, Liverpool are definitely there. And as much as Salah is scoring the goals, there is no over reliance on Salah because they do have other goal scorers in the team. You can't deny that. They've
yeah.
got goals everywhere in the team, bro. Everywhere in the
Oh
team.
yeah,
So
this
and
fit
then they
like
still
this
have
early.
nah, it's okay. And then they still have Konate now is becoming one of the best defenders in the Premier League, like showing it now
Yeah,
consistently that I'm a big dog now. So they Liverpool are definitely there, bruh. Even who's this? I almost said Nunes. Is it yeah, Darwin Nunes? Or yeah, he's showing
what what
himself. He's showing himself.
what are your thoughts about Nunes fit?
He's got to score more goals. He's got to score more goals. But for what he does for Liverpool, he does the job in terms of like making the defenders go this way. Then that means you open space for Luis Diaz or Jota who's out wide, and Mo Salah as well. So and he's getting the assist. But for the money that the money that he was bought for, and for what he was bought for, he's got to score more goals because there'll come a time where they'll be like, nah, we got to replace this guy. Trying
Time
to
is
say.
running. Time
So
is running out.
yeah.
Fit. That guy, he needs to start scoring goals. The only way to judge a striker is to score goals. Fit. We don't judge strikers, but the runs they make, how much they can drag defenders out of the positions. For them, score goals. You're bought for like 75 million pounds. Score goals. It's your second season now. You
and
can't.
and
You need to pass the 10 goal mark.
yeah, even Rasmus Højlund, sorry to go back to United, score goals. Otherwise, we're gonna say what we're gonna say. There's no time for
Yeah,
in the back three. In the back three, patient, but not that patient and legendary.
not that big. They don't know. Fit. We'll be negative
and
soon.
dog and Newcastle, I like they've got. I don't even know how many losses they've got back to back to back to back now. I don't even know,
Uh,
but yeah, but
I
they've got a lot
think
of injuries.
we don't care. We don't care about injuries. How many times have we like complained about injuries, dog? And no one wants to
No, but
hear our
I'm saying the
complaints.
whole. Okay, nah, okay. I'm just thinking now off the top of my head. Yeah, that whole midfield is basically decimated. But, like we said, system, personnel. We prefer the system must still work, even though some players are
Yeah,
out. Because the system must still perform. And if Eddie Howe is in the same boat as Ten Hag, fit. Like Ten Hag won the cup. He finished for Champions League, right? But both are they finished Champions League, right? And then they got knocked out in the group stages. Now they
yeah.
are in mid in like in the eighth, ninth obscurity. So
It's
at the end of the season, conversations will be had for and Newcastle. I know they're fighting with FFP as well, but they can bring in a exciting manager. Your PC manager's legend.
definitely
So,
fit. It's scary hours for Eddie Howe on life. Fit. Remember, I used to call him Mark Hughes. It's just the Mark Hughes of the project. Well, it's looking like really the real Mark Hughes of the project. Fit. Like
but
as
legendary
soon
fit to,
as he
but
will be
legendary,
replaced.
so, but legendary fit to. Would you say like okay? I'm just gonna go back to Ten Hag and Eddie Howe, yeah? But let's speak about Eddie Howe. Like I'm gonna use Arteta as an example, right? Like
Mm.
They came in. Arteta had like a lot of time, and also there was COVID. When you
Yeah,
always mention, but if there were fans, he would have been out in the like second season. But I'm saying
yeah,
fair to like based off what Eddie Howe did in the first season, right? And let's say they don't make they let's say they, yeah, okay, it's looking scary for even conference. I don't like no one wants to make conference league if you're Newcastle or Man United. Let's say they don't make Europa League, right? Which is maybe the like the main okay, like okay, this is the minimum standard for Newcastle. Let's make Europa League this season. They don't make Europa League. Would you and you the owner, would you sack Eddie Howe, bro? Based on what he done last season and what he's had to deal with this season via the Tonali ban, injuries in key moments. Would you sack him?
I would definitely.
Okay.
I'd sack him. I think this is the perfect time to let him go now before things get bad. I feel like fair to like you should. There'll be times where you're like, okay, nah, man, you've taken this team as far as you can, and now it's time to move on. Yeah, well, maybe to someone a bigger name, with a bigger pedigree in the game as well. Someone who's a proven winner. Um, Someone will get the respect of the players. I'm not saying Eddie Howe doesn't have the respect of the players, but you know how other players
Fit.
are from other leagues and stuff. Yeah, well, they will respect your Mourinho's. Imagine Mourinho pulls through to St. James's Park. How big of a lift the team will get. St. James's Park will be a like different place. Already it's jumping now. Now imagine Mourinho goes there, fit. The players fit they'll grow 3 centimeters taller in the tunnel, fit. They'll give them a boost. But if I was the owner, I'll let him go, fit. End of the season, I'll just
Yeah.
give it end of the season and let him go. Start new.
And for me, like I reiterate, ne, that Mourinho would be a bad appointment for them. But like you say
Yeah,
now, you can't ignore the fact that he comes with the pedigree. The media's gonna
yeah,
come to Newcastle. The players
mm,
will like certain players will want to go. Like I'm gonna say like a Lukaku, but not like a Lukaku again for Newcastle.
yeah,
But they'll want to go there because they want to play for Mourinho. He's a winner. But
definitely, yeah.
he's washed, but he's still a winner. So
Oh yeah,
but also at the same time, listen, I think Newcastle fair to they must if they do go for another manager, ne, they must they must be creative, man. They've got a good director of football from Brighton, where he
yeah,
was at Brighton. Like there's so many managers fair to that they can go get Roger Smith, who you know very very well, PC manager German. They can
yeah.
go get someone innovative.
Someone,
But
yeah,
if they
like someone fresh, fit, not like a face
yeah
that you've seen before in the Premier League, like your Mourinho or Conte. Nah, fit, just go to Roger Smith is actually perfect manager for them, fit. Yeah, bro. Go to
mm,
Germany, go to Italy. Actually, you can even get who's
yeah
this guy, um, um, Inzaghi. Get Inzaghi,
yeah.
get him through. Yeah, bro.
So yeah, dog. What you make? I know your mood's here now. But once I mention this team, your mood's gonna be here. But you can't you can't deny them, legend. This season, you can't deny them. They're top three must watch team. Nah, top four must watch team. Tottenham Hotspur, fit. You can't deny them, fit. Like they're not gonna for top six, top four. I think they're there, fit. I think because with Spurs, what I like about Spurs, ne, anyone can be injured. You saw it against Man United. Anyone can be injured, but they're still gonna play the same. They're still gonna play the same.
Yeah, but
Richarlison, Ri- wait, legendary. You're gonna be negative. Let me just speak on them. Richarlison
yeah.
is doing better right now. Timo Werner got his first assist, who you never saw that at Chelsea. Um, Madison's coming back now. Cuti Romero's back to his form. Okay, I know he's in the two boys are or the two men African men that are in Afcon right now. Bisuma and Sa, they're gonna come back rejuvenated. So I think Spurs will, yeah, they will be there. But for Spurs, then you can never count on Spurs because it can get Spursy. But over to you, legendary. Okay? What you gonna say? Give the hate, I am.
I don't know what to say about Spurs, but fair to like we've seen with the injuries, fair to especially when they lost who's the defender Van der Ven and
Yeah, Van de Ven.
Romero and Madison, where they went through the blip and just lost games. They couldn't like see out games as well, conceding goals against the Lutons as long as we, yeah, bro. And again, remember before that happened, I said to you guys, all you have to do is just sit and watch and wait for Spurs. I'm gonna say the same thing. Just sit, and watch and wait. Spurs always be Spurs, but now they are playing well at the moment. Richarlison is even scoring goals now, which
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he's happy about. Even the Spurs fans are happy about because last season was a shithole for Richarlison at Spurs. So he's starting to score goals now. Seems like he's helping out Son. We'll see um, how Werner will do as well. It was his first game assist. That should give him a boost. But then we'll see if he's ironed out all those mistakes that he did during his time at Chelsea. So yeah, they're looking good. I won't lie, they're looking good. But again, once again, we'll wait.
We'll wait and see. Yeah, Ledge, I think, yeah, bro. Obviously, this game this weekend. Who are you playing? Are we're not
We're
playing
playing
this weekend.
Palace. We're playing Palace at the
Palace, no?
Carpet. Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say night game.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's not a night game.
No. I was gonna say, is it at
Oh,
Selhurst
yeah,
Park
at
the night game?
Palace.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we won at that ground there. Well, two seasons in a
Yeah.
row, so it's nothing, though.
It's nothing now. Nah,
Yeah.
I think we'll wrap it up there. I think that was a great chat from you and I, Legendary. Um,
Away.
keep subscribing, guys. Keep following the back through 2024. This is our first episode wrapped up and done. We'll be coming back with more content this season.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
this season,
Def.
continuing the season actually. The
Yeah.
season's not done. So from us,
Like, get us to 100 subscribers, man. Come on, man. Just at least 100.
yeah.
We'll be fine. It will
Now
help.
we're getting there.
Most Def.
Legendary, let's sign out.
Away, that's been good, my nigga. Peace.
Peace.
Bitch, I be leaning, I tell ya. Bitch, I be leaning, I tell ya. It's all. Bitch, I be leaning, I tell ya. Bitch, I be, yeah. Bitch, I be leaning, I tell ya. Bitch, I be leaning.